What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. I hope everyone had a great weekend. We're back here with another realistic rebuild, and today we have ourselves the Los Angeles Lakers. Not that long ago, I did do a Lakers rebuild here in NBA 2K26, but I felt like I didn't do the best job that I could have, so I'm here to make up for today. So let's go ahead and jump in and rebuild the Los Angeles Lakers realistically in NBA 2K26. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel, as we're on the road to 50,000 subs. The Los Angeles Lakers find themselves in a situation where LeBron James will be missing time to start the season, which obviously is not great. But you still have Luka Doncic, you still have Austin Reeves. There's some things to like here when it comes to this Lakers team. In the last rebuild, we did something very fast. I probably made a trade that I shouldn't have at the very beginning, and a lot of people let me know that was kind of dumb. And yeah, looking back at it, it maybe was. So my goal today is not to be so reactionary, not to do anything crazy. Be patient and wait for the right time to strike. Now, obviously, LeBron James, this is probably his last season if I had to guess, but I guess we don't truly know that. If we take a look at this rotation, you got Luka Doncic. Obviously, with LeBron being hurt, he'll be out for a while. So we'll have Connect starting, Rui, DeAndre, the new addition, Marcus Smart, the new addition, and that will be a rotation for this first season. So we're going to see how things go. There's still a possibility that we do make a move at the deadline, but it definitely won't be as crazy as it was in the last one. So without further ado, let's go ahead, rebuild the Los Angeles Lakers realistically, and let's make sure we put a very good team around Luka Doncic. So at the end of year one, Shea won MVP, Cooper Flagg is your rookie of the year, RJ Barrett is your sixth man, Wibby is your depoy, Neemias is your most improved, Steph's your clutch player, and Mike Brown is your coach of the year, Zachary Staples is your executive, and Shea won Cup MVP. And yeah, also we of course saw him already win or Cup MVP and MVP, so he dominated both. Luka Doncic does make an All-NBA first team, which obviously we love to see. Here is your All-NBA second, and here is your All-NBA third team. All defensive first team and all defensive second team, and here we are all rookies. So we do not end up as a play-in or a playoff team this season, which is quite honestly unfortunate in LeBron James last season, but I'm not gonna lie to you, it might be for the better. At 38 and 44, I'm pretty sure we have our pick this offseason, so it might be a good thing that we don't have or not in the playoffs, although I do feel bad for LeBron in a way. He missed about 22 games. Luka played 78 of the 82, so can't be mad at that. Reeves is looking for a new contract. He reportedly turned down 90 million, or 4 years, 90 million. So don't know what he'll be looking for, but we'll see what he's going to be asking for. Ayton with 11 and 6. But yeah, unfortunately, we were just not in the playoffs. So that's kind of disappointing. But like I mentioned, that might be for the betterment of this video long term around Luka. We got the Knicks and the Clippers, and the Clippers do beat the Knicks in 5 games. So here, LeBron James is going to call it a career after not making the playoffs, which, again, I do feel bad about, but yeah, it is just kind of how it worked out. So for this lottery, we are projected pick number 11. So it's not like we're going to get like a top pick, but I'm pretty sure we could walk away with someone pretty good to add to this rotation in this draft class, especially if we get lucky and jump up somehow. But that's not going to happen. We get to pick at 11. So still, we're going to be able to add a rotational piece to this team, something the Lakers definitely could use. So I'm very happy with having the 11th pick. It sucks to have not been in the playoff mix, but that's just kind of how the 2K simulation started us out. So let's go pick with number 11 and see what we get. So far, this is how the draft board has fallen. Like I said, we get to pick at number 11. Dash Daniels almost dropped to us. I would have definitely taken him in a heartbeat, but instead we're left with Jaden. Kel Wilson. We can come down here to Darius. We can come down to Pete as well, which I'm definitely leaning towards Pete. 35 games played out at Arizona, 6'8", 25 points per game. Definitely think we'd use that on our team. There's some other options here too, but Caleb Wilson would be good. I just had Jaden in the Hornets video, so I don't think I'm going to go with him. Caleb Wilson's definitely kind of an intriguing player as well. So either way, I think I am going to go ahead though and take Caleb Wilson here. I've not taken him in a video yet in 2K26, so I'm going to bring him in out of North Carolina. Welcome to the Lakers, Caleb Wilson. Like I said, I think he's a player that can play for us right away. 76 overall, so I feel good about that. Pete was someone I was looking at too. 74 for the Pacers, but I feel good about adding Caleb Wilson to the mix. Someone who will be able to play off the bench. Maybe even start right away. Just kind of depends on our situation. If he's starting, that's probably not a good thing though for our rotation and the depth. Bronny will go and accept. Ayton and Reeves are both going to hit for agency. Ayton is probably going to want more money, and I don't even think the Lakers will have his bird rights if I'm not mistaken. So probably won't be able to bring him back unless 2K proves me otherwise here. Yeah, so it doesn't say we have his bird rights. Now, Reeves is a free agent, and he is getting quite a few offers. Wow, a lot of offers from a bunch of different teams. Like I said, he turned down 90 million, so you would think he'd want more. I can't sit here and tell you, though, what he did this season is going to justify him wanting, like, I don't know, 40 million a year or whatever he's seeking. I mean, he had a good season, 50, 40, 90, but 16 points per game is not something I'm just going to hand out, 40 million a year to. So Rui is also someone I wouldn't mind bringing back as well. And then we got to keep in mind that next offseason, we do have a really good free agency. So that's something I do want to kind of keep in mind. But I'm going to give Austin Reeves an extension. I do want to bring him back. I'm hoping he'll choose us. So would he go 5 years, 18.5? Like, again, this is a lot cheaper than obviously what he got in real life or what he was offered in real life. But it's 5 years. And, of course, things change all the time. So he will sign with us. We get him back, which is a good sign. So Rui and Austin Reeves are both going to be back. So that's great. And we still have money to sign someone else. So we got DeAndre Ayton, who we can just bring back, which I'm leaning towards just kind of running it back with him. So I'm going to give him a 1-year deal. Again, I'm going to try to keep our options open. I didn't mean to do the no trade clause. But, yeah, I'm going to keep everything open because I do want to have the option to potentially have a ton of cap space in next year's free agency because there's guys like Jokic, Giannis. Like, it would be kind of nice to get one of those guys, obviously, here. So I'm going to get Rob Will on the team as well. Again, we're going 1-year deals, and there's still a lot more money we can spend, too. So Luka Doncic, Marcus Smart, we got Reeves back. We got Connect, Jake LaRavia still, Rui, Vanderbilt, Caleb Wilson, and DeAndre Ayton. So we do need another body at the 5. So this is not going to be a team that I'm, like, fully confident going to win a championship next season. We're bringing in Rob Will, hopefully. And I'm going to try to bring one more player in. So I think I'm going to lean towards bringing one in at the 3 because I kind of want to, like, connect. Maybe just a forward in general. So let's see if we can bring in, like, Keegan Murray's restricted. Barnes, we have so on. Aaron Wiggins. Or we can go, like, Middleton, I guess we can throw a 1-year deal at. I mean, he would be a veteran to bring in just kind of as a body. Could go Kuminga as well and give him kind of an opportunity. But I feel like Milwaukee, he might get a lot more opportunity there. So I'm going to give Middleton a 1-year deal. It's not sexy, but he's just going to be depth. Like I said, this next year is probably not going to... Oh, Rob Will does not choose to come to us. But yeah, next year is probably not going to matter too much. I'm mainly going to be kind of focused on just having cap space in next year's free agency. That's what I want. So we'll get Mitch Robinson here. And then there's Grimes here as well. Or there's Beal we could bring in as well to the fold. Don't hate that idea. And then there's also Ivy, who the Pistons decided to let him go. I'm definitely down to give Ivy a nice little contract. I'll give him a 2-year deal and see if Ivy wants to come to the Lakers, especially if he has a down year in Detroit. We'll bring him in. So that feels like a nice, solid offseason. So Reeves is down 2 overall already, especially, and that's kind of not good after we just gave him an extension, but it is what it is. We have Ivy now, Aiden, Connect. So I like some of the moves we've made. Again, there's a lot more work to be done, but I'm primarily focused on that free agency in 2027. We get like a Jokic, a Giannis, or literally anything else, we'll be off and running with Luka Doncic and whoever else we add to this mix. Right now, we're 3.5 pace and space, 3.5 7 seconds, or 3.5 balance. I guess I'll leave it at pace and space. And they do want to start Vanderbilt, which I'm not sure I want to roll with that this year. I mean, I feel like Rui starting makes a lot more sense for the team. Vanderbilt obviously just does not space the floor like whatsoever. Not that Rui had a great season from outside earlier or last year, but I do think it makes a lot more sense to have Rui out there than Vanderbilt. And I'm still hoping Caleb Wilson. They want Middleton in there now, which is interesting. Okay. Over Connect. So we got Middleton in there as a starter. Vanderbilt, again, I'm more leaning towards Rui starting for us. And then Vanderbilt's contract, where are we at with that? So obviously we need to get off this money because we want to have cap space. And then I do want Caleb Wilson to play a little bit. So I think what we're going to have to do, he might not be able to play this year. We're already running 10 deep. But I think at the trade deadline, I'm going to primarily focus on trying to get I would say Vanderbilt's contract out of here. I want an expiring in return if we can get that. Maybe there's some team that thinks they can get something out of him. Right now, it looks like we might be on the run to the playoffs. Like Luka Doncic could definitely lead us there, but we definitely need to get him some more help in the offseason, and that is my primary goal at the moment. So this is what I was looking for at the trade deadline. We're simply just going to swap Vanderbilt for Trey Jones. The Bulls think Vanderbilt can give them something more. Basically what we're doing with this, Vanderbilt will not be on our books next year. Trey Jones has a team option, non-guaranteed. We'll be declining at, and that's what I wanted to accomplish there. We're 30-18 right now as well, so this team is playing well, and Caleb Wilson is going to get some run now too, which I feel great to have him play a little bit It's small sample size, it looks like, but he's shooting 52% from 3 at the moment. Ivy's having a good season as well, 17, so it looks like that might have been a steal in free agency, so I love that. And then, yeah, this team is clicking right now, and I don't even think we're close to where I want this team to be just yet, which is a good sign. Now, the only other thing I do want to look at is who is going to be under contract next year. So, obviously, Reeves and Ivy. Reeves is going to be kind of interesting to look at, I will say, in free agency, because if we can get rid of Reeves and, you know, just have Ivy as that primary 2 guard, or we still have Connect as well that might be developing there in that kind of role too. But I don't know. Connect already kind of regressed. So, or sorry, Reeves already regressed. So he's kind of making me nervous. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'm not going to do anything right now with him, but I feel great about getting Vanderbilt out of here. We're going to go into hopefully the playoffs, and then we're going to hit up free agency with a ton of money. Victor Wembanyama wins MVP. Peterson Rookie of the Year. Sensabaugh is your 6th man. Wemby is your depoy. Rob Dillingham Most Improved. Paul is your clutch player. And Kidd is your Coach of the Year. And Executive goes to Nathan Mack. And Cup MVP went to Evan Mobley. So here's Jean-B first team. Luka Doncic once again on here. Almost got the MVP award. Here's Jean-B second and All-NBA third team. All defensive first team and all defensive second team. And here is your all rookie teams as well. Do we get Caleb Wilson? I guess does not make it on here. Maybe he didn't play enough. I'm not sure. But yeah, unfortunately not there. So if we look at the stats all around, we do have some injuries going in, which is not good. Ivy's thankfully day-to-day, but Aiden is out for the season. So that's our center, which we don't have many bodies there. Caleb Wilson did only play 39 games. That's probably why he obviously didn't make it on there. Reeves was 17 games started, so he actually came off the bench this entire season, which is kind of interesting. But Ivy, you know, had a great season for us, so that's just kind of where we're at. So let's go ahead and take a look at this rotation. So Ivy's stepping in. Middleton is also playing fairly well for us as a vet, so I can't be too mad about that. We're going to go 9 rotation in these playoffs against the Houston Rockets. So we'll see if we can't beat them with the injuries we have, and no DeAndre Ayton either, so that's going to be kind of unfortunate. But Houston, of course, has KD still, so here goes nothing. Game 1 does go to the Rockets. Game 2 is also going to go to Houston, so they won both games at home, and they're going to win. So we win a game on the road, but we do get eliminated in 5. So I think it's clearly obvious that Luka Doncic was probably the main focus on the defensive side of the ball for the Rockets, and we did not get out of the first round. But that is why we have a plan. So Denver, I noticed, gets eliminated in round 1. Just hinting at that idea. I don't know. If Jokic hits free agency, we might go throw him an offer. Let's see if he might have signed an extension. I don't know. Oh, he has a player option. Just saying, man, we might make it happen. But let's go ahead and see who's going to go on and win this championship. So the Mavericks and the Pacers, and the Mavericks do beat the Pacers in 6 games. So Middleton's going to retire. So thank you for having, you know, it was awesome to have you for a year, but now you're gone. For the lottery, I believe our pick's headed elsewhere this offseason. Yes, as you can see, the Jazz will be getting that selection. We'll keep Redick still as the head coach. And then to draft night, I don't think we have a pick whatsoever. We didn't have like any seconds to speak of. We have 1 showing up now. But yeah, no picks. Let's go to player options. This is where we're going to be declining a bunch. So yeah, I think I'm going to decline basically all of these because I want, well, actually, I'm not going to decline Thero, but I'm also going to accept Connect, obviously, too. But Thero and Connect will be accepted, and then qualifying offers nothing. For free agency, we have Giannis, we have Jokic, we have Wemby, we have Steph Curry, Mitchell, Karl-Anthony Towns. Obviously, as I kind of already hinted at, I do want Nikola Jokic. It says we do not have enough money, and the Heat does not have any legitimate offers. You do not have enough room under the salary cap to sign Nikola Jokic. You may only sign players for the amount of cap space. Why do you keep showing that message? That is clearly a lie. I'm sure I have some money, right? Like, I gotta have a little bit. It says I have, like, none. Yeah, okay. I can't offer Kyrie, or saying I could. So we do have a lot more than 2K is giving me credit for. Now, I'm not bringing in Dame or anything, but I do think we have to make a trade before we can get Jokic on the team. But it looks like it'd be a pretty easy thing to do. So, who needs to go? Well, I am looking at him, and it might be Austin Reeves, unfortunately. I think I'll be moving Austin Reeves to a new team, primarily just to save money here. So yeah, you know, maybe I was never going to let him go for nothing, but he is going to go now. Ivy has taken that role and ran with it. So Reeves, I'm sorry, but you got to hit the road. This is a little bit of a gamble to take, but I'm going to be sending Austin Reeves across the street to the LA Clippers. We're going to be getting Tristan Da Silva out of the trade as well. This saves us about $60 million, and the Clippers are going to give us a swap worse. So yeah, I mean, basically we're saving a bunch of money. I think Reeves is about to regress even more, unfortunately. Wanted to make it work with him, but he's not someone in 2K that stays good, unfortunately. So Reeves is now gone, and I'm hoping that frees up enough money. It does. So now we can offer Jokic a contract, and it looks like we don't even have to come in that high, because look at the offers he has. He has 1 year, 29 million. So I do think we can get him. We could get Giannis as well, but I am more of a Jokic guy right now. So we could get Jokic and still have an MLE open, it looks like, or even more. So, or $42 million. I don't even think that's really an MLE. So I'm going to give him straight up the 4 year, 53 million he's asking for. And it looks like we can get him pretty easily. So Jokic is going to be brought in. We pretty much have to renounce everybody, including Mitch Robinson. Well, we don't have to. I'm going to renounce Mitch Robinson anyway. So Jokic is brought in. Everyone else is hitting the road. So now we have a Jokic and Doncic duo in LA, which is awesome. I've done it in 2K25 before, but I'm happy to do it here again. So now we have a lot to like here. So, of course, we got to fill out a bench. And the starting 5, you know, Caleb Wilson's going to have to really develop for us to feel good about it. But I can make it work with Jokic and Doncic. That's all I need. So let's make sure we just surround them with some good players, and we'll be off and running. So we can bring Rui back, which I definitely want to do that. And I did like the idea of also DeAndre Hunter if I could actually bring him in. So if I get Rui and DeAndre Hunter, I think that's a good starting point. Hunter goes back to Cleveland, but we do get Rui back, so I'm at least going to like that. Ryan Dunn, I do like that idea. We can get him on the team, which the Hawks are coming in. I'm going to give him a pretty good contract. We'll see if we can get him to sign with us. We are his #1 offer. So Ryan Dunn is going to choose to come LA, which I love. Miles Bridges, Keldon Johnson. So we got Rui back, and we have Caleb Wilson still. So we don't need to bring in another 4 necessarily. Definitely need a backup 5. You know, obviously, I would say that Jokic had that problem his entire career, not having a great center behind him. But we may not get a great one. So I'm going to go Trace Jackson Davis on a minimum, and we'll bring in another center on a minimum. So Akovic, I guess. We'll just bring in a couple bodies there. Lonzo Ball, but I do believe in the idea that Bronny might develop a little bit. We could bring Lonzo back to LA. But let's see, Isaiah Joe or Jordan Hawkins. I think Jordan Hawkins would get a lot of good looks off Luka, so I feel good about that. We get Makovic as well. I mean, I think we're cooking, man. Keldon Johnson's another body we could bring in. Not someone that's ever usually really good in the 2K sim, but him being a 79 overall, we can slide him to the 3. Just kidding, we can't get him. Never mind. Oubre, Laravia, we can bring Laravia back. Okay, I'm feeling good. Ooh, Keon Ellis is another nice one. He's always here just for free. I'm going to bring on Keon Ellis too. All right. I'm feeling good about that. So we do have Jokic and Doncic teamed up together in LA. It's not the best fit between them, but they could definitely make it work. Ivy, Connect's developing. Caleb Wilson is going up as well. Ryan Dunn is up. Rui is down only 1. And Bronny is developing, which is what I wanted to see. But we were in the playoffs last year. But now we have the ultimate duo. Luka and Jokic are now teamed up together for the next 2 or 3 years. I feel like this roster is good enough to win. Ivy, I need you to play just like I did last year. Connect, you can do what you did as well. I think we're contenders already, man. That's what we want to see. We've done it. So let's go see if this rotation is going to click on all cylinders like we expected to. So proficiency does have us boosted up to 4-star balance, which we'll take. And here is your rotation. So we got Luka Doncic, Jaden Ivey, Connect, Caleb Wilson, Jokic, all starting with Ryan Dunn, Rui, Jordan Hawkins, and Keon Ellis as your bench. So Laravia, Trace Jackson Davis, Tristan Silver, all on the bench, Bronny as well. So we're a pretty deep team, honestly. I think this team should be really good. At least I hope. This is what we brought in to make it hopefully work. So we can be a 4-star perimeter centric. But I'm going to run balance for now. Jokic and Doncic should obviously lead the way, and they got plenty of spacing around them. We're off to a great start. If we can keep this up, we should be a top team out west, and a lot of people would be scared to play us in the playoffs, which is what we want. If I decide to make a trade, of course, I will show you, but I'm feeling good about how we're starting things so far, and hopefully we can hang on. And Cup MVP went to Jaylen Brown, 32 points per game. Shout out to him. So at the end of the season, our free agency addition, Nikola Jokic does win himself an MVP. Stokes is your Rookie of the Year for the Warriors. LaMelo is your 6th man. Wemby's your depoy. And Cameron Boozer is your most improved. John Morant's your clutch player. And Kidd is your Coach of the Year at 70 and 12. Aaron Phillips is your executive. So clearly we have a Mavericks problem like we do every freaking video. But I have the duo to hopefully take them down. So Jokic and Doncic both find themselves on All-NBA first team, which is all we need. all NBA second and all NBA third team, all defensive first team, and all defensive second team. So we're feeling good about where we're at. So let's go see. As we are the third seed in the West, we get to draw the OKC Thunder in round 1. Jokic and Doncic played a very healthy amount of games this year. Jaden Ivey played all 82. He's been an amazing addition. Now, the only thing I do regret is I think I only gave him a 2-year deal, so I have no idea if we're going to get granted his bird rights or not. There's a chance we will not, and I may lose him for absolutely nothing. So that might be a misstep by me, but we'll have to hopefully find a way through it if it is that case. But Connect's having a good season as well, so things are going well. We get the OKC Thunder in round 1. We get to play Shea. We got Wallace, J-Dub, Chet, Hardenstein, Storber, CMB, Sergio, and Elijah Arenas. We will go ahead and shrink this down. We're actually already at 9-man rotation. May we shrink this down to 50 bench utilization, and let's see if we can go win a series. We only won a game last year in the first round, but with Jokic and Doncic, I'm expecting more. So game 1 does go to us. Much better start compared to last year. Triple-double from Jokic and third down from Luka Doncic. Game 2, they do even it up, though. The Thunder are a tough team as they are up 2-1. Not a great sign. So let's see if we can go even the series on the road in OKC. Like I said, man, the Thunder, as we're all aware, they're a good team. Sam Presti's built a great team over there. And we will tie the series. So it was a close game, but we do tie it. And now we get a Game 5 back in LA. So this would be, honestly, a great game to win here. So we can go up 3-2. Let's see if we can do just that. So far, we're looking good. Just do not let them back in the game. And we will hang on 107 to 126, 28, 17, 11. Again, Jokic. Doncic was nowhere to be found in that one. Okay, I mean, 14 and 11. He's not only averaging 22 in the playoffs so far, but of course, you know, Jokic this year taking some pressure off him. So let's go to Game 6 on the road in OKC, though. Let's see if we can avoid a Game 7 back in LA. It's looking good at the moment. As long as we don't blow this, we are going to get out of the first round, and we will. So the first year of Luka and Nikola is going to result in a second-round appearance. You got Phoenix, Dallas, and Minnesota on the other side. It will be Dallas. We get to play Wemby and the Spurs. So, of course, I cannot wait until Wemby is in the playoffs and we get like a Jokic-Wemby playoff matchup. I think that'd be a ton of fun. We got it here in the 2K sim. But let's see if we can't beat them. Obviously, this is going to be tough, but I'm up for the challenge. So here we go. Game 1 is going to go to the Spurs. Game 2 going to go to us. Game 3 is going to go to the Spurs. We got to win Game 4. We're probably in trouble. Ryan Dunn is injured. Thankfully, it's not a starter, but still doesn't help. So here we go. Game 4 at home in LA. Need to win it to tie this series. We're right behind them. They've had the lead most of the game. Can we ever take the lead here? We did for a second. We will here at the end, but we let them have it back. Again, we are down 3-1. So not a good situation. The Spurs might have our number here, which does suck ultimately because, yeah, it looks like we're going to go home here pretty early here in round 2. So 128 to 143. Unfortunately, the Spurs just beat us pretty easily there. So we got some work to do. Mavericks and Celtics. Mavericks go on to beat the Celtics in 4. Here are your retirements. So Brooke, Durant, James Harden, Steph, and we just unfortunately got our butts kicked in round 2. Nothing more to really say about it. So let's see what we got going on here. I do think we have our pick this offseason. It's going to be number 28, so not a whole lot of help. Denver gets number 1, of course, with Jokic now gone. JJ Redick, I am going to stick with him still. And then let's go to draft night, and let's see if we can't do anything with pick 28. Don't know what we could do. I mean, we did add this Clippers pick from the Austin Reeves trade. I don't know if we can get cute here and make like some big move. There's probably not anybody that would be, I mean, available. If we threw like Rui, this pick, and this pick, what does that get me? Grimes, Brooks, Reeves, Jalen Wells. Like I said, I'm going to try. This is a realistic rebuild, so I'm not just going to take the first thing I see here. I'm going to try to think about it and see if it would make sense, even though sometimes it may not make sense in other people's eyes. Everyone has their own opinions when it comes to this stuff. But like this one, Jalen Wells is cool, but yeah, I don't know. I think we'll just pick with 28 and hope we can get somebody good here. Pick 28. We're going to be taking, I guess, Tay Kinsey. I mean, I don't know anything about these guys, but I am going to go ahead and take Tay Kinsey. C overall point guard. We scouted him 80%. There's Gabe Neesmith here as well, though. I'm going to take Gabe Neesmith here. So out of Virginia, welcome, Gabe Neesmith. Our pick was pretty low to get anybody very serviceable. So Caleb Wilson is back on a team option, and Connect to Silva, Thero. And yeah, I'll extend those. And then Ivy's the big one. Are we going to be able to get Ivy back? Now, it's not showing me I have his bird rights, which is not a good sign. And I think Ivy might have priced... Or no, we can bring him back, I think. So Ivy is someone I definitely want to bring back to the mix. He was very good for us. So I'm going to bring Ivy back for sure. We're going to bring Connect back, of course, too. And those two additions were the main things I definitely wanted to worry about there. So those are done. That's taken care of. And it looks like we still have some money to bring in another serviceable player. So, Bronny, I am going to be relying on to play some backup point guard next year. He already developed to a 76. I think he's ready to play. Connect, obviously brought him back. And then we need Rui. I think I want to trade Rui, honestly. I don't really expect him to develop anymore, or... He might be regressing this offseason. The only other position that I'm not confident in has been our backup center. And you do have Sorber here, who's just sitting here unrestricted. The Thunder decided not to keep him for whatever reason. Or there's Chris. There's some good options here. I'm going to throw Sorber a deal to be our new backup center. I think that'd be a great addition. So we're going to get Sorber from the OKC Thunder. I feel like that's a great start. And I am still very much in the ballpark of trading Rui. So I'm going to see what I get for him. We got our backup center taken care of now. So I'm open for business on whatever we can get for Rui. I'm going to do this trade with the Portland Trailblazers. We're going to be just simply swapping Rui for Taylor Hendricks. We just get a little bit of a younger look here at 24 years old. So I'll bring in Hendricks here, so I don't hate that idea. And basically the only thing we kind of need to bring in now is a shooting guard to be a backup. And there was plenty of options. So Isaiah Joe, we could just bring Jordan Hawkins back, who literally played for us last year. So Hawkins, if you want to come back, that'd be great. And then the rest is going to be filled out with other, minimum level guys. So we'll bring in De Silva, who was here. We'll bring in, let's go to center as well. So we got Iguodaro, who could be a nice third string center if he decides to choose us, which he didn't. I respect it. And then Jalen Williams, who's another OKC guy, we'll bring him in as well. So yeah, we didn't do a whole lot to improve. I would say Sorber's a great addition. Having him as a backup compared to what we had last year is probably awesome. Connect has not moved in anymore. Ivy's an 84 now. So Caleb Wilson was definitely someone I was kind of relying on to develop a little bit more, but he did have a good season last year. Spacing wise, not so great though. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. Bronny's up to 78, so he will definitely be playing this year. So trade deadline is definitely something to keep an eye on if we want to trade for like a third guy to rely on. I like what Ivy has done for us. So maybe he's just the guy. Maybe it's a fourth guy to rely on. We'll see. Power rank does have us 10th overall. Our proficiency is a 4-star balance, and it could be, I'm going to run with perimeter centric this year. I'm going to see what that can do for us. We're going to go perimeter centric, and we'll run with that. It looks like they want Hendricks to start over Caleb Wilson, which I do find pretty interesting. Caleb Wilson is someone that I could kind of look at the deadline as far as trading him. Well, Caleb Wilson's back in now. I would like to get Connect out of the starting 3 as well. I definitely don't think that helps us. I think he was more of a bench shooting guard. That'd probably be where I'd want him. I like Ryan Dunn, but if we had a upgrade there, I think I'd feel good about it. So a lot of different things to look at the deadline. I like what Ivy has brought, Jokic and Doncic. We should be a good team, and if we can execute the perfect trade at the deadline for whatever it is, I'm thinking of forward. I think we could win a championship this season. I think that's the thing we're missing. So I am at the trade deadline, and I'm trying to acquire Cody Williams. Not someone I ever get, but he is playing pretty well for the Utah Jazz, and he's 6'7". I think he'd be a great addition here at 24 years old. I'm trying to get Hendricks back to the Utah Jazz. I like what Hendricks brought to us, but if we get Cody Williams on this team, I can't help but think we could become a contender. I think his 3-and-D would be very helpful to this team. He's shooting 38% from 3 this season. Very small sample size. He'd become a starter for us. This is why I want him on the team. I'm willing to even throw them a pick here. So, wow, this pick is actually really good as well. So I would get that trade done, but I don't know if I want to throw that pick in here with that. But we're going to offer this, and they don't agree. So do we trade that pick, or do we just trade seconds? Like, would that get it done? No. I think we got to throw that pick in here, which we're trying to go after a championship at this point. So I'm actually okay with this. I'm going to do it. We're offering it. Cody Williams is now on the last end of this Lakers. So we've already moved Connect to the 2. I knew I was going to try to bring in Cody Williams, and thankfully we did succeed in that. Now, one thing I have noticed going at the deadline, we are missing Ivy and Jokic at the deadline. Thankfully we're still above water, but Jokic broke his leg, so I have to assume he's been out for a while. He has played 29 games this season, so that definitely has hurt us, but it looks like he's coming back. I do wish 2K was a little bit more realistic with the injuries. If you break your leg, I don't think you're coming back in the same season. Ivy is also hurt, which doesn't help, but if we can get healthy before the playoffs, again, a broken left thigh. Like, are these guys just healing off the treats and coming back? I have no idea. But I love the Cody Williams trade. This is kind of what I was hinting at. As long as he can still stay at 38%, I think he'd be a great addition. Jokic and Ivy come back this season. I think we're winning the championship this year. That's just my optimistic hope. Could be crazy, but that's what I'm hoping for. So Wemby is going to win your MVP at the end of this one. CJ Ross, Rookie of the Year. Murray is your sixth man. Wemby does win DPOY as well. Will Riley's your most improved. Paul is your clutch player. Lou is your coach of the year in Atlanta. Christopher Bell is your executive. And Zion is your Cup MVP in Washington. We got Luka Doncic making All-NBA first team. Of course, Jokic probably was not eligible this year. John Morant's on the Warriors. And here is your All-NBA second and All-NBA third team. All-defensive first team and all-defensive second team. And here's your all-rookie first team and all-rookie second team. You know, one guy I have not checked on is Austin Reeves for the Clippers. So let's go see what he's got going on. So he is down to 77 overall. So I do think we dodged a bullet by getting rid of him. Kind of sucks that he regresses as quick as he does, but that's just the reality of the situation. So if we look at our player stats, he had 31 from Jokic. He is back. 27, 7, and 10 from Luka. 20 from Caleb Wilson. So despite, you know, not being a higher overall than I'd like, shooting 35% on 7 attempts a game, I'll take that. And Ivy, again, continues to stay really good for us. Connected with 14. Hawkins with 10.5. 9 from Sorber. Cody Williams with 8. How did he hold up? 36%. So he stayed decently well. I'll take that. And in round 1, we will be squaring off against the Warriors. I wasn't even paying attention. So I know the John Morant's there. So they got John Morant, Bub, Stokes, Sohan, and Moreno at the 5. So I don't know if they're missing, or Capella's hurt, and Koulibaly's hurt too. But I think Capella's not that great of an overall anymore anyway. So I was thinking of John Morant and scroll to the Grizzlies, but we need to go to the Warriors. So let's see. So Koulibaly is out for the season with an Achilles injury. So that definitely helps out. So let's see if we can get out round 1 again, just like we did last year. Game 1 does go to us, 130-108, 29-27, 22 from Ivy. I thought we were going to go up 2-0. Bro, we cannot lose to this Warriors team the way they are constructed right now. If we lose to this team in round 1, Redick, you're gone. You better coach your life like your life depends on it. There's no way this Warriors team has given us as much problems as they are right now. Let's see if we can't go win Game 6 and force a Game 7. If we lose to this team, we got some issues, man. You gotta be kidding me, bro. 109-130. That team we just lost to was super inferior to us, and it did not matter. They beat us. I cannot believe that. Koulibaly was out for them, and we lost in 6 games. That is ridiculous. John Morant beat us. Like, don't be wrong, John Morant's a great player, but we were much better. Jokic and Doncic should not be losing that series, but that's the 2K sim we got. Gobert is going to retire. Well, I don't think I have a lot more moves left in me. I'm going to be honest. I think we're kind of... Well, by the way, what pick did we give up in that scenario? So, we gave that pick to the Jazz, and they got the 5th overall pick out of it. So, you know, I'll be honest. It may not have been worth the gamble, but I was trying to go in a championship, and I may have overpaid just a bit. Doc Rivers might be... Ooh, Eric Spoelstra. I know you want to come coach the Lakers. Come on, man. If we can get you on this team... I'd feel pretty good. Mike Brown would not feel bad either. His ratings are pretty good. There's some good coaches here, so we should be able to get someone. Steve Kerr is also here. We're going to throw him an offer. Let's see what else we got. So we got Stauffer, who's not real, of course, but got to keep our options open. Peterson, Bolshoi already in on. I think we've already made our 3 offers, so if we can get one of those 3, we should be cooking. And Mike Brown's going to choose us. And, you know, honestly, he's not bad. But I would have loved Spoelstra Kerr. But Mike Brown will take it. I don't care. So Mike Brown is now the coach of the Lakers. Let's go to player options. We could be adding the 5th pick right now in 2029. But honestly, I'm okay with not adding a rookie at this point. I don't think we need a rookie to rely on to develop. I think we're ready to win. So Bronny, I'm going to bring back to, you know, continue to be depth for this team. And then I'm just going to pretty much focus on bringing everybody else back that we can. So, Bronny, Luka, Connect, Ivy, Cody Williams, Ryan Dunn, Caleb Wilson. So, yeah, we pretty much have our 4 rotation. Power forward, Rasheer Fleming. Yeah, sure, I'll throw him in MLE. So, Rasheer Fleming goes to the Suns, goes back anyway. And then we got Baldwin, or, you know, Hendricks we just traded away. CM, Colin Murray Boyles, I guess, as depth. I'd take that. So he goes to the, wow, the Suns just basically taking everybody we wanted. Markkanen's probably going to regress. Johnny Furphy, wow, he is developed into something. I'm going to go give Furphy an offer. And then Grimes, not Grimes. So we already got Tyler Smith. We can he's restricted. Let's not waste our time on him. I'm going to go Lou Dort on a minimum, and then I'm just going to sign someone else to a minimum, and I think that will be it for me. And then we'll go Alex, however you say his name. All right, so we'll get those two, and that will be our offseason. So, progression, should expect, yeah, Jokic, Doncic regressing a little bit. Cody Williams up to an 86, so that's good. Connects up. Ivy is down 2. So Connect's going to start, and Ivy might hit the bench. We're honestly not... Our worst overall is a 79. So, Caleb Wilson not developing anything definitely hurts as well. He's not really moving into anything at all, so that's not great. But he's still been good for us. So, we're going to go next year with our heads held up high. We've done all the moves I think that we possibly can, unless if I decide to trade Caleb Wilson for someone that I would trust more going into next season or going to these playoffs. We have a new coach, so hopefully that'll help. For whatever reason, we're power ranked 22nd for whatever. I don't get that, but okay. Like, why is this team not ranked higher? I don't know. Bench utilization is down to a 20, which is pretty interesting. But you know what? I can rock with it. Our depth is pretty damn good. Caleb Wilson, I'm going to be looking at maybe trading you if you're not going to develop anything further. So last year's rookie deal, that might be the only move we do. Outside of that, I'll see you guys at the end of the season. So at the end of this season, Luka Doncic is your MVP. Garma is your Rookie of the Year. Hero is your 6th man. Wemby's your depoy. Most approved went to Christian Collins for the Celtics. And then we did go 69 and 13, so that was pretty awesome. So this feels like the year. I was going to say it feels like the year. Oh my goodness, dude. No freaking way. Are we serious, dude? Come on, man. All right. Someone might be mad at me for this, but this feels like our last chance because these guys are 35 and 31. I'm making both of them healthy. You can get mad at me, but we got to try, right? We can't go in here wasting this video without these guys being healthy here. So I got to have a shot at it, man. Come on, 2K. You're trying to just injure our 2 best players here, man. Especially Jokic. He's out for the whole thing. Doncic could have gotten back. We stand no chance without those 2. So, yeah, they're both back, which is good. If we look at the team stats for this, we were 120 in offense and 107 on defense. If those guys must have got hurt pretty late, right? Yeah, 65 and 80. So Luka Doncic basically got hurt at the end of the season, and Jokic played most of the season. Caleb Wilson, I decided not to trade him. I mean, he's not a great overall necessarily, but he is a damn good player for us. 18 and 7. We'll take that. Ivy with 19. So, yeah, I mean... This feels like we need to take advantage of this opportunity, I would say. The first seed in the West, we're not getting any younger. We got to have it, man. So here we go. Game 1 against Houston. We lost in round 1 last year. Start off hot in the first round. We have the first seed this season. We will sweep the Rockets. We're out of there pretty quickly. Now we get to play the Warriors, who beat us last year. So, they do have healthy cool balling now, and Tyron Stokes, Miles Turner, Bub Carrington. This team, like I said, it took us out last year. No one's hurt. We're just changing the rotation up. Okay. All right, here we go. Game 1 is going to go to us. Game 2 is going to go to us. Game 3 is going to go to them. Game 4 is... Oh, gosh. They're digging themselves out. Okay, they want to swap the rotation with Ivy and Connect. Whatever gets us out of the second round, that's all I care about right now. So, we just got to beat the Warriors in this one and take a 3-2 lead. That's what I'm focused on right now. Not let them back in this game. And we will hang on. We're going to win game 5. Now let's go win game 6 on the road and get out of here, get to the conference finals. So, starting off hot in the first quarter. Second quarter is going to go to us. We're winning the game. So, well, second quarter was long past, but I just forgot what I was saying. All right, Dallas Mavericks. Now, Luka Doncic's former team. Obviously, they're always tough to beat. It is an older Kyrie Irving. They got Jason Richardson now. Lively's still there. So, I mean, I feel good. AD is hurt, though. That's definitely something to keep in mind. We are healthy, which is good. No one's hurt for us. That's what I want to see, even though we should have been, I guess they turned them off or, got rid of those injuries. All right, so AD is out for the season. I mean, he was only a 7-9 overall anyway, so he's not really the focal point of this Mavericks team. But, man, would it feel good if Luka Doncic can get one over on his former team. Game 1. is going to go to us. Game 2 is going to go to us. Oh boy, we have them. We have them. We're taking them out pretty easily. Chicago is the matchup. What do they have at this point? Reed Shepard, Cedric Howard, Trey Murphy, Bazelis, a very, very washed Sabonis. Kobe White, Giddey, Luigi. You know, honestly, the Bulls often, like, I always undermine them, but they often, for whatever reason, just beat me. So, and it's starting, but we do even it up. Game 3 goes to us. Game 4 goes to us, and we will... What? Okay, we went in 6. I'll take it. So, this felt like a much better rebuild than the last Lakers rebuild I did, so I will absolutely take it. We beat the Bulls in 6 to end off this rebuild. I will take it. You know, honestly, you could put an asterisk next to it. We should have went in with Luka and Jokic both out, but if we would have went in another season with Jokic being 36, like, we probably would have never won at all. So, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Was a fun one. I like the moves we made compared to the last one we did. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed it too. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace.